Falcon fans, I am stoic. I am pumped. I'm ready, willing, and well, not exactly able, but I'm ready and willing. Why am I so pumped? Well, first of all, welcome to Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, and I'm your host, Cowboy, aka Manuel McFarland. But I just want to take a little bit of you guys' time. First of all, let me sit this stuff down because it's all for show. Uh, but like I said, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. And I'm ready and willing to see this season, for this season to start. But I'm going to take a little of you guys' time to talk about the first team meeting that we had. Uh, so I say Coach Raheem had with the players, coaches, and give my perspective on what I thought of it. I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I'm ready for this season, for minicamp. Hope to see you guys there. Uh, but I'm ready to see this team gets its start. But anyway, the meeting, I haven't heard a speech this good, this so engaging, this so uplifting since, and I've been around a while. I've been a fan since 1978. But like I said, I have not seen or heard a speech like this from an Atlanta coach since Jerry Glanville. A lot of you guys may not have been around that long, but hearing a speech like the one Raheem Morris gave would have any player ready to play, ready to do what's expected of them. Now, uh, I can understand now after hearing that speech why players gravitated around Raheem Morris. Whether you played offense, whether you played defense, whether you played special teams, when players came off the field, they gravitated around Raheem Morris. During his first tenure here, it was very evident that players would rather be around Coach Morris. I guess, the way he was in that speech, that was probably his same demeanor on the sideline. So players needed that reinforcement, and getting it from him, and it was strange to see that, like, offensive players, you know, engaging with him during the game, because normally you see like the offensive player uh, engaging with the offensive coaches, defensive players engaging with the defensive coaches, but during that 2016 season, you saw players come off the field and go around Raheem Morris. It was like this big crowd just sitting there. That's why you always saw the other coaches kind of like off in the distance, but Raheem Morris was in the middle and everybody else was just around him. Like he's finna give a pregame chant or something. So from this first team meeting, I gather that these players will be ready, and if not, he's going to get them ready, and they're going to, according to Coach, uh, he said we're not just building a team anymore, and we're not. You know, we're building a team that's going to go grab the conference championship, own it, conquer it, and not relinquish it for a while, for a minute. We're building for the future. We're building for the future. And I'm looking for great things to come out of each and every player, especially on defense, because he is a defensive coach. So I'm looking for great things to come out of that defense. Uh, However, with him being a head coach, I'm not concerned, but I'm wondering how he's going to manage the game. It's the first thing I notice the first thing I pay attention to when you got a defensive coach coming along and taking over as head coach. I'm not saying it can't be done, it's been done, but it's just a thing to watch, you know. But anyway, in the meeting, coach addressed one thing that I liked, and that was establishing our identity. We haven't had an identity, truthfully since the rise of the Dirty Bird era, the Dirty Bird dance, you know, that was identity. But he didn't want identity to be superficial. He wanted to establish a physical identity, competitive, and toughness. He wants all that to go hand in hand. And I like that. We haven't seen that in Atlanta in a while, long time. I haven't seen it since the Grits Blitz. So that's going to be my grading scale when I want to see, what I'm expecting to see from this defense this year. Are they going to be as good as the Grit Blitz? I don't know. I'm hoping so, but we don't know. Also in that meeting, he addressed accountability. One thing that stood out was uh, him saying that he wanted the players to also hold the coaches accountable. And I think his exact words were, please hold us accountable just as so we're going to hold you accountable for performing on the field. Just as so you are performing on the field, something like that. Yeah. So the accountability. So there's not going to be no issue like what happened with Arthur Smith, where the players were like playing lackluster. I got the idea that if you don't perform, Raheem Morris is going to tell you, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Because we're established in depth as well. So if you don't perform, I don't think he's going to have no conscience about putting you on the bench. Because I can guarantee you he's not going to lose his job. If he loses his job, it won't be how Arthur Smith lost his. Arthur Smith actually did us a huge favor. Arthur Smith was just that type of, he was just a rich boy playing in a big man's game, and he didn't know how to survive. He struggled big time. Last season, I'm placing that whole season and everything about it, the expectations that weren't met, the goals that weren't met, the results of it, everything, I'm placing on Arthur Smith. Even the dismal play of Ritter. Because truth be told, Ritter got put in a lot of positions that came at the hands of Arthur Smith. Yes, Ritter did make mistakes. He made some huge mistakes, even fumbling, which he has to own that. But Coach did put him in a lot of situations where, he felt like he had to make a play. So he was trying to do it the exact same way how Arthur Smith called it. But we need a leader. We got one in Kirk Cousins. And I think Kirk Cousins is going to command that position. I can't wait to see Kirk Cousins hyping the team up. He did it in Minnesota. Did it in great fashion. I can't wait to see him do it here in Atlanta. Because right now it's all about this right here. Getting back to this position. And Kirk Cousins is going to get us there. He's definitely going to get us to the playoffs. How far after that, like Coach Raheem said in the team meeting, just get to the playoffs. And there's no telling what we're going to do once we get there. So another thing that he talked about is for the players to feel free to come to them. for whatever they need to be successful on that field, whether it be off the field, on the field, personal, situational, professional. He wants to know what it is that's going to help them be or live up to the expectations on that field. I like that. That means Arthur Blank is going to spend some money, which he does not mind doing. Don't ask me how I know. I know. Arthur Smith loves to spend money to improve. He's big on morale and he's big on show, but he's big on class. Class. He has a classiness about him. Like I said, don't ask me how I know. I know. So I'm looking for that to rub off on the team, the organization. The reputation that we have here in Atlanta is rough cut, thrown together type atmosphere, and I'm looking for that to change. Make do. Looking for that to change. And he said about establishing. He also talked about establishing chemistry with the community. And you guys know, Grady Jarrett was that one. You saw him in everything. You go around Atlanta at great anything that was a benefit or a charity event. Grady was there. Whether he was the featured speaker or what, he was there participating. And Coach Raheem Morris said he wants that for the team. You know how they like to go to these little autograph signings, and the only people that show up are past players and cheerleaders and maybe a representative from the administration. No, he wants the team out there. He wants the team to have an identity for, having chemistry and rapport with the community. That's big. That's big. And Kirk Cousins, I think he already has a foundation here, which is going to probably keep him out anyway. So, or his wife does. But anyway, he's already started his with the community. But Raheem Morris said he wants that for the team. So that's going to be fun. He also talked about the hustle. The hustle. Outrunning the South. And, I really don't want them, he said outrunning the South. I'm an old school cat, so I want them to smack the South in the mouth and let them know, hey, no, don't try us. We're back. That's how I want to see it. But he said we needs to outrun the South, outrun them to the playoffs, outrun them to the conference championships, outrun them to the Super Bowl. And quiet as kept, I think we're on initially, I gave a prediction that we're going to have a 10-win season. I'm changing that. I'm going 12 to 13 wins. Book it. It's a stretch, but book it. 12 to 13 wins. And y'all can save this clip because I know a lot of you will. And say, hey, you did say that, didn't you? 12 to 13 wins. Conference championship. Book it. I gave a video, a couple of weeks ago about the reasons why Kirk Cousins was here. Or why I thought they landed on Kirk Cousins as opposed to Fields or Russell. And those reasons are going to be why we get to the playoffs. The reason why we get to the conference championships. And it's not just about being positive, having a positive outlook on what's happening. I really and truly believe we're going to have a 12 to 13 win season. We got, 7 wins out of Ritter on an abysmal play from coaching, abysmal play from Ritter, We got 7 wins out of that. And the team is better now. We didn't lose anybody. The team is better. We got depth. So Coach said that we're going to find out what each one of you can do. He's going to dig into you, and he's going to find out exactly what you can do, what each man is capable of. That means minicamp is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think he's going to, the way he was, I think he's going to individually call maybe certain people out and say, hey, this is what I expect from you. He's going to give the expectation for the team. But Raheem puts me off the type of coach that he's going to call individual players out and say, hey, this is what I expect from you, whether it be more or less, but I'm presuming more. And I'm thinking, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. But guys, let me know what you guys thought about that meeting. Let me know what you got to think. Comment, like, and subscribe. I got more content coming. I'm an old school cat because I got a lot of knowledge to share with you guys. So pass the word around. I'm going live, or shall I say full, going all heads in, hopefully right before minicamp. But until then, I'll be doing videos like this until I get things in place. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, comment. We love talking about these dirty birds. We love talking Falcons. I can talk Falcon football all day long with no let up. I can debate with the best of them. So, like I said, comment. I'll answer you. Give me my thumbs up, please. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.